The podcast you are listening to of Holmberg's Morning Sickness is brought to you by my friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Trust me on this one. You've had barbecue before, but you haven't had it this good. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale, ericsfamilybbq.com.
Eric's Family Barbecue has arrived and is simply the best barbecue in Arizona. Come satisfy your taste buds with meats that are smoked over mesquite wood and sides that are made with fresh ingredients and tons of love. They have the best, juiciest brisket, pulled pork, rib sausage, turkey, or everyone's favorite, the Pitmaster Sampler that includes all the meat and 4 sides, mac and cheese, potato salad, coleslaw, corn, or beans, yum. And for dessert, try some creamy banana pudding, amazing. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meat, mesquite, repeat. Make the trip, you won't be sorry. Dine in or take it to go. Go to ericsfamilybbq.com for more info.
Holmberg's Morning Sickness.
Hear the words you say sometimes? I mean, who talks like that?
98 KUPD.
Mark Normand is at the Desert Ridge, CB Live at Desert Ridge, and we've been already, but with good radio off the air. It was really fun
I know.
to chat.
We should have
Thanks
saved
for coming
It's
in.
over.
Thanks
We
for
wasted
coming.
it all, Mark. It's
Well,
let's start over and redo it.
Okay, I'm glad the N-word wasn't on there, but everything else.
Which time? Good Lord, it was floating. Mark's at CB Live at Desert Ridge this weekend. If you want to go, 7:30 is 7:30 both nights, but 9:45 is the one you're going to get tickets to. The other ones are pretty much all sold out. So
Yes, good going. Come to the late show. Let's get rowdy.
that's right, and that's the rowdier of the two.
Oh, yeah, these people are animals. The cocaine in this town is
Fantastic.
runs like water, which I would normally say, but you guys don't have any water here. But
We were talking off there about how much you hate women. Continue.
no, I love the ladies. I love the ladies, especially the trans ones that win Miss Nevada.
Oh, man, how great is that?
Yeah. I always say being in Arizona is like having sex with a trans woman because you're like, hey, I'm inside Tempe. This is Phoenix. Oh, jeez. I don't know where I'm at. The lines are so blurred out
You're
here.
all so crooked.
Looks the same.
Have you ever had an experience where it turned out that this was not what you thought it was?
I
Little lady?
actually received oral in Mexico, I think, from a man. On accident.
Now, on accident can't happen. That's a long on accident.
Well, my friends were all getting, hookers and stuff, and we were 18 or whatever,
Sure.
and I was like, I'm not going to do that. What are we doing? Come on. And then, after the 5th night, you're all tequilaed up, and you say, screw it. So I go into this one place, $2 for a beach, and I was like, all right, great. I give her the 2, and then it's 20 for the room, and then 5 for the seat, or whatever it is, or 5 for the condom. So she puts a condom on. I start touching her head. She's moving my hand because I guess the weave is really bobbing.
It's a male pattern baldness.
Yeah.
Hairpiece.
And then I kept so then she kept moving my hand down to the breast, which was I thought I was hard. That bosom was like a stone.
It's like Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, and she was amazing at her craft. And when I left there, she really knew the equipment, I should say.
She was aware of what she was working with.
Yeah, and when I walked out of the bar, my friends were on the sidewalk, and they just saw me. They're like, you went in there? And I was like, yeah. They're like, ah! And then we all lost it, and it was an 8-hour ride home, and I didn't say a word.
With great shame or great pride, you tell this story.
Well, shame then, but I can laugh at
Proud
it.
now. Would you go back? We'll pay for it.
I mean, it was quality work, but I think I'm good.
Yeah, you're all right with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever fallen for that situation. I don't think I've ever been in that. If I did, I don't know.
Yeah.
I never went to that length. But you know what? Beach is a beach.
Win
Yeah.
in Mexico.
Yeah, you know what? That's right, and it's Mexico. Worse things can happen.
Yes, exactly.
You're left with all your body parts.
I also saw a donkey show, but that...
Did you?
Yeah, and that ruined my life.
Yeah?
It's not good. It's not,
Well,
you're
what
like...
made
this
you
is-
think it was going to be?
Well, this is the 90s, so it was like pre-porn kind of,
Oh, okay.
So seeing like a woman sleep with an animal, you're like, I got to go see that. And after 2 minutes, you just, the wave of shame and hate and regret and...
The poor donkey, you said.
He was missing fur.
Oh!
The donkey's actually got the best gig, if you ask me. So the lady, I feel like, is the one getting screwed.
See, I think the lady's not because she's making a choice. The donkey is just being tugged out of his pen.
Good point.
Yeah,
Good point.
The donkey
yeah.
has no say in this matter.
Yeah, he's got his 8 shows a night.
Yeah. Now, if the
Right.
lady's getting pulled out of her pen and forced to do the donkey,
Aha.
that's what I don't know where she lives or where she goes home or if she's got children or like she's got to go. That's what I always think about people that they've got to go to the supermarket and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, and you don't even want to think of them touching the fruits and like putting things
Right.
back.
Oh,
And
yeah,
she's the donkey.
Oh,
I know, but that's their
man.
human
Yeah,
being.
stop.
You're right.
They've
You're
got
right.
it. They've
got their side action.
Yeah, that's their thing at night. That's their side hustle. And then they got to go, shop for cars and do what we do.
And how do you ever play Donkey Kong again? You know, like, I can't play. Get it away from me.
PTSD every time.
That's what was weird when I was in Amsterdam and I saw one of the live shows, and the next morning I see one of the dudes in the live show. So he ran into the stream like, "Hey, you're the guy that was in." Yeah, I am, and he's
just keeps
taking
going.
off.
Wow.
What are the
work
odds?
at work. Yeah.
Did you get an autograph? That's what I had.
No, I said any side hustle.
What are you doing? Where's the donkey?
Where's he?
So the how much is like? What is the best part and worst part of the donkey show?
Well, the best part is all the people coming together in a barn and having a couple swigs of
Camaraderie.
Yeah.
Like interests.
Camaraderie. But, but then once it actually starts happening, you're like, this is horrific. Yeah. And
Did you stay till the end?
Of course.
Yeah, you have to. You have to wait for the finish.
Yeah.
Soak it in.
This is horrible, but I'm not leaving.
Yeah,
it's funny that comedy and donkey shows are the two times people put their phones in a bag. Because you can't film it. What is that comedy?
Mark Norman, that's right. It's worse. Mark Norman is at CB Live at Desert Ridge all weekend long. That's tonight. Well, actually, not all weekend. You're not doing Sunday. No 4th of July show.
No, I got to get back. I want some barbecue and be with the folks.
Where are you from?
I'm from New Orleans, born and raised.
Okay. Yeah, what's 4th of July in New Orleans like?
Well, actually, I live in New York, but I'm from New Orleans. But I just want to get back, and I got a big party with some friends and fireworks in New York.
See, that's great. New York that's the only place that fireworks should happen. The way they do it up on it's just ridiculous.
It's beautiful.
Boats, it's gorgeous, and all the stuff we do.
Do they do it at the barge on the waters?
Oh, yeah, all that.
There's
all
4
that.
different sets, and they're choreographed. It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
And everybody's on their roofs in Manhattan and Brooklyn. You can see everybody, everybody's way. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, it's the best it can offer at that point.
Yeah.
And then you go back to being Donkey Show in the middle of New
Exactly.
York.
There's a guy masturbating on the train, and everything smells like urine. So you get one moment of grace.
Glimpse of humanity, of happiness, and then we're back to being human again. Yeah, because down here it's 110 degrees, and we make everybody stand outside by Tempe Town Lake and just stand and watch fireworks for 20 minutes. I'm like, nobody wants to be there. Like, 4th of July here is awful.
Is it really?
Well, I mean, I think
hot.
so. It's just
miserable. Yeah, it's hot.
And you don't want to gather with people.
No.
Smash them around outside in 108 degrees and wait until the sun goes down. It's brutal.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how you guys do it out here. You can't even step outside. It's like being on the sun. You just got to jump right back into air conditioning.
You get used to it, which is weird. It's like New Orleans. It's so humid there you can't breathe.
Can't breathe. It's a soup. You just sludging through it every day.
Brutal.
Yeah. Now, did you have a normal upbringing? What kind of?
No,
not at all.
I'm a comedian.
That's right. You had to. What caused your issues?
I got weird parents. My dad bought a dilapidated mansion in a poor black neighborhood when I was really young, and I pretty much did all my growing up there. We had a transvestite nanny named Enos, big black guy, wore a dress and would sweep up. And we got robbed all the time because we were the white family. So they're loaded. We didn't have any money. So
it was a good buy.
Yeah, they would come in and be like, "Oh, come on, this is all you got."
How did you? Was there a hiring process with Enos, or did you just show up and clean and everybody like let it be?
I think my parents are the most open-minded, liberal people on the planet. So when he applied, they were like, "Yeah, why not? Get in here." And he did burlesque at night, and then he watched us during the day.
Dad appreciated his other skills.
Yeah.
So Enos looked nothing like Miss Nevada.
Yeah.
No. More like Ving Rhames.
Did Enos help with any sports for you?
Yeah, I mean, my dad was a workaholic, so Enos taught me how to drive a stick, fist fight. He taught me how to put the seat down and shave. I'm getting taught to fist fight by a guy in high heels.
He can fight.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, because who needs to fight more than this guy? One time, my bike got stolen. These kids took my bike, and I ran home crying. I was 31, and I was 11. And he was like, "We're getting that bike back," and I'm like, "These kids are scary. They're tough." And he's like, "We're getting it back." We jump in my dad's car. We drive around the neighborhood. We see these kids undoing my bike on a stoop, and he goes up to them, full wig, full heels, and he's like, "That's not your bike." And they're all like, "Ah!" laughing, like, "Look at this guy. It's the 90s." And a lot of F word. And he just grabs the bike, takes it. They stare at him. He goes, "That's what I thought." He puts the bike in the car, in the van, and we drive off. Manliest thing I've ever seen.
In a dress.
In a dress.
So he's like Tiny
It's like
from
Tyler
Friday.
Perry.
Yeah,
It's like Tyler Perry.
Medea.
Yeah, Medea.
Oh, he's Medea. Yes.
He's Medea as a nanny. Did you
Yeah.
have any moments where you're like, did you ever recognize how unusual that was?
I guess not. I was so young. When you're young, you're just like, this is what the
how it
world
works.
is. This is how life works. Yeah, so I just never. But then I had friends come over like, "What the hell's going on here? Is your dad banging this guy? What's up? What's up?" So
how did Enos and your family part?
Well, that's
Enos
where
was murdered.
he was. He was.
It's New Orleans.
Oh.
I assumed that.
He was in a club. He hooked up with a guy. The dong him out, and the guy shot him.
Wait a
Didn't
minute.
go over
Yeah.
well. We were talking about that.
The dong.
risks.
That was when it happened.
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
I guess the guy just assumed it was a gigantic, hideous woman, and
And that's what he likes.
yeah, and they were in my dad's van. We gave him our van, and the dong came out, and the guy flipped,
And killed Enos.
killed him. Yeah,
Right there, dead in your dad's van.
Yeah,
Oh, that's terrible.
Houma, Louisiana.
No kidding.
Yeah, crazy story.
Get rid of the van, keep the van after the fact.
I think the police take it. I don't
they
know
do
what
for
happened.
You don't even- wow. And this was, how old were you in this one?
I was off in college, so I was probably like 19 by that point.
Kidding.
So
And you get a call from mom.
yeah, we had kept up with him. He was a great guy, sweet guy, but
What a
yeah,
story.
the guy shot him. Don't whip out your dong. That's the lesson there.
That's the
folks.
lesson. Keep it tucked.
Yeah, you hear that, Miss Nevada?
We don't want that angel going.
Be
Not
up-
that away.
Be up front with it right off the bat.
My goodness.
Before you get into things.
Are you
Right.
I got a dong.
talking about space and stuff? Are you interested in heading off to space?
No.
You don't wanna go to space?
I got no interest. Space is for rich people and psychos, I think. It's for conspiracy theorists and Bezos and Musk.
Yeah.
I have no interest. It's dark. It's scary. There's no women there. There's no, internet access. I don't like it.
You need some Wi-Fi.
I need to look at my phone, go on TikTok.
You
I
don't
know.
think you could be distracted by space to make you forget your phone for a few minutes?
I mean, I give it 10 minutes and then they're like, oh, there's another star.
And that's
how
why
about
the
that?
flight is 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I
actual
always
space.
ask the question about space, and now that we're getting close to everybody shooting up there, if aliens came down and said, we'll take you through the best parts of space, or
Yeah.
we just got to probe you,
Okay.
yeah, it's the price of admission, right?
I'll
That sounds great. I'd do that. Doesn't bother me. Doctors say it all the time.
Yeah.
But so many people think that that's like, oh, that's gay. I'm like, so what? It's space.
It's space.
You do some stuff around here for that. Every man's got a price.
Maybe if the alien looked like Miss Nevada.
Well,
maybe
if they did. I didn't
but
care. Let me just get in there for a second. I'm going to shoot you around space for a while, and then I'm fine with that.
yeah.
Can't we just ride without the probing?
No, that's the price. That's what their currency is. When will you figure this out?
Yeah. I mean,
I always ask.
Yeah, I know.
you go on Southwest, it feels like you got anally raped.
Yeah.
That's right.
So-
See, I've been on worse flights.
Yeah, Frontier, Spirit. What are you kidding me?
It's pretty much if you're doing the cargo flying, it's I'd rather go to space with something in my ass than I'd get on one of those.
Yeah,
because
although-
you got to sit with people. It's not the airline's fault as much as it is the ones who fly it.
True. Yeah, I always say though, if you were flying Spirit, they would charge you for the probe.
Yeah.
You
Oh
know?
yeah. They
Like-
give you $9.
Yeah,
It would be
exactly.
insulting too. It'd be like, oh, it's not even $10.
First
Round it
probe
off.
free.
Right.
I got to get
Right.
change back for this cash transaction. I flew on a thing called ATA once when I was young, and it was American Trans Airlines,
Yep.
which
I remember
probably
them,
couldn't be an airline right now because of
Yeah.
the name alone. But
Yeah.
American Trans Air, and there was a guy who's like, he got like right in the middle of the flight. He's like, oh, it's so hot. Just so hot, and his shirt off. Started walking around for a second. It's so warm in there. And he just sat down with his shirt off, and nobody batted an eye.
Was it Burt Kreischer?
Kreischer was a young Kreischer guy. But he was just too hot to have his shirt on a plane.
Wow.
And you think of like early air travel where everybody wears suits and everything else,
Yeah.
and just how fast that devolved into I'm just taking my clothes off.
It's really gotten. It's like flip flops, sweatpants. People just put their bare feet on the seat in front of you. It's really
it is. Very
It's
casual.
like Greyhound in the air.
It is, and you got to pay extra to not be with them.
Yes,
but
yes.
yet on the same thing. It's very Snowpiercer.
How long till first class is gone? I feel like
You
that's
think it's going away?
I think that's going to be like a fight. Hey, what do you think? You're better than me? We're all.
Yes.
What about equality and all that? So I think at some point that will be fought against.
But I do think
they
I'm
get
better
so
than
much
you.
money
I mean, I can answer
still.
the question.
Yeah.
Yes, the answer to your question is yes. That's why I have the money to spend to not spend time with you.
I agree. I'm with it, but it's incoming inequality and all
Yeah.
that stuff. So who knows?
That can't go away.
I hope.
Well,
not.
the tough
Yeah.
part is, it is that it's based at that reason. I mean, so
Right.
they keep
Yeah.
it going.
They can prove
but
it.
so many people now that have the miles or your business traveler, they're not really
Yeah,
getting.
but I don't care about that. I want a receipt that says I'm better than you. Like that's what I like about it. It's like, look, you can't sit with me. There's
Yeah.
like laws against it.
I love it.
Yeah,
I
I
love.
think that's the best way to do things.
I love when they walk by and you get to go. Yeah, you see,
Don't look at me in the eyes.
you're a loser.
You don't want to fly socialist air or what?
No,
There
so,
you
yeah,
go.
exactly. I do not want to do that at all. How was your COVID time?
It was all right. I took some time off.
Productive? Did you get anything done?
A little bit. I did some dumb videos, and then I worked illegally, like a lot of kind of speakeasy type.
No kidding.
Downstairs rooms,
Where?
backyard stuff. Yeah, when people weren't supposed to be getting together, I still got together a little bit because I had COVID early.
Yeah.
So I felt like immune. I felt invincible.
You could wander around and not worry about it.
Completely.
Yeah.
So
and
then,
where did you do these shows? Like what cities?
Oh, I mean, it's New York. So like, anything you're not allowed to do, people will find a way to do. They were still nightclubs going and all this stuff. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's prohibition comedy.
It's because they act like New York was just all in line. Like
No.
the way the rest of the country
Yeah,
sees
like
it. Like New
lockdown.
York was locked down.
Yeah.
And nobody left their
It's a
house.
mess.
And they'd show
Yeah.
Times Square empty. And it's like the New Yorkers are participating. And why is the rest of the country so stupid? And I'm
Yeah.
like, there's something they're not showing us.
Of
There's no way you
course.
got 10 million people on the same page.
Of course. Then Cuomo started getting handsy, and then
Yeah.
they opened everything up, so that helped.
Yeah,
But
do you think they did that just to keep people busy while he was fingering folks?
I think so. I assume, yeah. I'm sure he was like, yeah, open the zoo.
Yeah,
Get it
distract
off me.
something because my hands are filthy right now.
Yeah.
And that kind of went away once they said, we can go to restaurants again.
It all just goes away. It's
Yeah.
very strange. It's the biggest problem on the planet, and then something happens and it's over.
And nobody cares. Do you have anything in your life do you think that you want to apologize for before it comes out?
Let's see. I had sex with a prostitute.
Yeah.
She took my virginity when I was 16, and she was about 45.
That's good.
So I am a survivor.
No reason to apologize for that.
You are a survivor.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you went through that.
Yeah.
And had to pay for it.
It was great.
Yeah, it was a great moment.
Yeah.
Would you do it again? We'll pay for it.
Well, not now.
She's
She's
gotta be
probably
dead.
70, yeah, but 75. But Zach Galifianakis had that great joke. He's like, do you hear about the kid who had sex with his high school teacher? He died from high-fiving.
It's so true.
His joke.
The double standards are ridiculous. Our world is just loaded with them. You were talking about that with off there when we were talking about the ladies and the you're beautiful and then
Right.
you're beautiful for 60.
I know. It's like, men are so shallow, but then women are shallow when it comes to unattractive women. Like, there was a commercial for underwear, for plus-size underwear, and these are for beautiful, real women. It's
Right.
like, well, how come they can be called beautiful?
Yeah.
Because
Or
they're
real.
not. Yeah, or
Yeah.
real. So a thin woman isn't real? I mean, now you're excluding.
Right. You hate little, and there's never been a show called The Biggest Gainer.
Ah.
There's nothing about that we celebrate. Anytime a big woman's like, you got to appreciate me for who I am. When she loses 60 pounds, everybody loves it.
Yes.
But if you gain 60, I mean, if Halle Berry put on 60 pounds and said,
Right.
you think to be like, now she's a real woman.
I
Or be
don't
like-
get it.
Or they'd say, what happened to Halle?
Then they say big is beautiful, and you go, well, you're fat as hell. And they go, hey, screw you. You're like, well, which one is it? Are you lying to me or are you lying to yourself?
You've got so much beauty around your ass and stomach area.
And I got nothing against fatties. I mean, I used to be quite fat, and
How big were you?
I was huge. I had man boobs as a
No
kid.
kidding.
Yeah, I was a big kid.
You're a
Lot-
tiny man now.
Well, I got AIDS.
Oh,
but,
good Lord, man.
A lot of stress eating. When I
That
was
was
a
the
kid.
virginity thing. That's
Yeah.
kind of the.
And I've had my fair share of porkers in the bedroom. Don't get me wrong. I don't discriminate. I'm just saying stop lying to me about big is beautiful and then lose weight and then I got to go to your party.
Yeah, don't confuse me about
Yes,
these things. Yeah,
exactly.
either fat is pretty or it's not or whatever. We're still doing this, right?
It's the same with the slut shaming. Hey, anti-slut shaming, right, ladies? And they're all like, yeah. And you're like, okay, so you're a slut. And they're like, no, don't call me a slut. I'm like, wait, I thought it was what is it better? Is it good?
Great thing. Yeah.
I'm
Mark,
confused.
You
I
got
love
to teach
sluts.
the world lessons, and you're going to be doing it at CB Live at Desert Ridge this weekend. Teach us one last thing, words of wisdom as you leave the room, Mark Norman.
Oh, jeez, a lot of pressure.
You've been doing it the whole show.
Oh, God.
Enos
You
must have
got it.
said something to you.
Yeah, what was
growing up.
Enos's best
Yeah.
advice to you?
Well, I'd say here's a fun little tip I got from the back of a Snapple cap. If
Okay.
something takes 5 minutes or less, just do it now. Like, you look at your bed, you go, I don't want to make my bed. It's going to take 3 seconds, just do it. You go, I don't want to do these push-ups today. It'll take 2 minutes, just do it. If something takes less than 5 minutes, do it.
Do
And
it
that
right
includes
now.
masturbation.
I was just going to say, I got something on my mind right now. Show you in a second what you just talked me into. Mark Norman at CB Live at Desert Ridge this weekend. Go to the 9:45 show because the other ones are selling too quick. Might be able to sneak a ticket out for the 7:30. Thanks for coming in, man.
Hey, thank you. Praise
Pleasure.
Allah.
Mark Norman, everybody.
The best the world has to offer in music, drama, and comedy.
You've been listening to Holmberg's Morning Sick Podcast, brought to you by our friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Eric'sFamilyBBQ.com.